Hey anyone, how's it going? Welcome to Abhi on Camera, where today we're watching Miss Marvel. It's finally here. I feel like it's been taking forever, especially for me. I actually spent a good part of last year convinced that Miss Marvel would come out before Hawkeye. Obviously that wasn't the case, it came out 2 shows later. But still, I have been waiting for this show for quite a while. Miss Marvel is one of my favorite heroes. I love how she's just a superhero nerd who gets the superhero powers. It's fun. Before we get started, I do want to address the fact that yes, her powers are very much changed from what they were in the comics. If you don't know, in the comics she's like a little bit like Mr. Fantastic in the whole stretchy limbs kind of thing, but her shtick is instead of just stretching, she can increase the size of her limbs. She calls it embiggening, right? So she can take her fist and go like this, and then make like a big 6 foot and grow it to this like a 6 foot size. Like Ant-Man like makes his entire body larger, but she can like selectively make different body parts larger. And so she does that when she's trying to run when she has to go a long distance quickly. She makes her feet literally huge, and it was certainly an interesting power set. And she was an Inhuman, so some Inhumans are kind of like mutants, except their powers aren't activated with age; they're activated by a special substance. And so that's how her powers were activated and her powers were activated in a whole thing in the comics. And obviously the show isn't going down that route. We don't know yet because I haven't watched the episode, but I'm assuming she's going to get some kind of magic bangles, which will give her this purple, glittery Green Lantern-esque thing that we've seen in the trailers. I am disappointed. Honestly, I am. I can't say that I'm entirely happy with it because it's such a huge departure. And personally, I'm a fan of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., so I thought, this is it. If they can call her an Inhuman, then they can tie in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. for once. But Marvel just really hates Inhumans, except for that Black Bolt in Multiverse of Madness. But even then, his death may kind of indicate that Marvel and Kevin Feige really doesn't like Inhumans, but I'm getting off topic. So, my point is, yes, it's disappointing that our powers have changed. You aren't going to change that. This is the biggest thing that Marvel has changed in a long time. But that doesn't mean the characters still can't be fun and it can't be interesting. That doesn't mean we can't enjoy her in this show and in the Marvels when that movie comes out. What is it? Later this year, or I think next year. She's still a great superhero in her own right, even if her powers look a little bit more glitzy and glamoury. Hey, let's not waste any time and let's just get into the episode. Oh, they are using this song. I'm so happy. The cover in the trailer was awesome.
Finally, the moment everyone has been waiting for.
I mean, I've been waiting, that's for sure.
Final Heroes production.
Her production quality is awesome.
Podcast interviews.
Scotland News podcast interviews. Yep, that totally makes sense.
I know at least 3 things to Avengers, but I really don't think they could have done that.
I mean, they did, but okay, whatever.
Sometimes villains can come out of nowhere.
Well, whatever. Her favoritism of Captain Marvel is totally in character.
Thor is secretly a gamer. Remember,
Hey, you are absolutely
Be
correct.
sure to like, comment, and subscribe at Sloth Baby Productions.
Hey, you heard her, but to me, not to her. You think they made that YouTube account?
So never fully stop at stop sign.
Don't listen to him. You have to fully stop at stop signs. At least for the driver's test.
Yes, she does.
But no, stop at stop signs. What was that? Kamala. What did you do? Oh my god. Oh, that's even worse. Look, I love this title sequence right here. That's awesome. Look, I can't claim to have done well on my driver's license test. It took me a few tries, but it wasn't that horrible. Oh, that's fun. There's a lot of different ways to insert, you know, the imagination into the real world, but to keep using her YouTube production style with the hand-drawn art, that's great.
Textbook.
Don't forget to hydrate, people, folks.
You got any plans this weekend? Because as of this morning,
As much as the awkwardness in entrance, it's always good to have, like, your friends in high school.
I'm busy. My office ASAP.
Oh.
Very wrong. I'm just kidding. It's crazy that the whole school can hear this right now.
Yeah, no, it's horrible. Don't do that. Don't. That's a horrible thing. Never do that. I'm glad my school didn't do that. They just kind of passed notes to whatever teacher you were at the time.
It's essays, it's applications. Do you volunteer? Because college admissions eat that.
Don't get me wrong, I am totally feeling this. When people started talking about this in high school, it was just a whole, I don't know how to describe it. Same kind of feeling where it's like, oh god.
I have to figure out my whole future before lunch. You're reciting lyrics from Milan.
That's what I was thinking. I'm like, please don't tell me he's actually saying Milan.
Because right now, I see a girl divided. Is she there? Is she there? Where's Kamala?
God, I'm loving this.
I don't even know. I can't see.
This is lens flares. Was J.J. Abrams here?
One pure, beautiful day, freedom at AvengerCon.
Oh, that's why she said, "Oh, I'll do a whole bunch of errands for you, so you could sneak away to a
They're
con."
gonna start writing about this year.
smile, and you ask her. I'm not an idiot. I'm actually a genius.
I love it.
Can we start
I love it. It's just like, hey,
practicing
hey,
with
how about you just ask your parent nicely?
Something I love, she seems to hate, and it's
Honestly,
like,
I
she thinks
am
I'm
very
kind
lucky
of,
that my parents were pretty much
weirdo.
okay when I wanted to go out to things. Unfortunately, I was just too much of a introvert
I
to
know.
go out to
More
things.
importantly,
But they said yes on the few times I did want to go.
Captain Marvel.
Jeez,
Okay. How about a mashup?
this is the animated backgrounds are just, they're just awesome. That's it. They're just there in a box of milk toffees. Why would you put superpowered bangles right in there?
Cool. Is this Nani's?
Is.
Stupid parenting. If you want to hide something from your child, don't make a big deal about it. This is junk. Don't pull it out specifically. If you point out something, then that only increases curiosity. You tell them not to do something, they definitely will.
Sure. This thing is too long.
Oh, seriously, this whole show is just reminding me of things of my own life. Right here, doing this. I'm not doing this really, but I am sitting in the background just watching my mom and sister doing this.
You do trust me, right?
No, I don't trust.
Jeez, that was just blatant.
No.
That was straight up blatant. I don't trust you at all.
She does.
Chai. I should have had some. This has been a very long night.
I'll talk to them.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, you look kind of
Thank
pathetic.
you.
And now this is kind of reminding me of me and my sister's relationship, which is just what the hell?
12.
Why is this show way too relatable? Oh, come on. The environmental visuals, I don't know how else you want to call it, is just amazing. It's so much fun.
To let you go.
Yes!
Really?
But there are special conditions.
Oh,
Your Abu will drive you.
oh no. Oh my god, it hurts. Thank you for saying yes. Cheer.
She'll work me to AvengerCon, okay?
Come on, Kamala. This is compromise moment. This is what I tell my sister. Sorry, No, see, this is the point. You need to. This is compromise need to happen. Thank you so much. Just don't make me wear the dress. That's the point. Take Dad.
You're not going to dress up like all those other girls in skimpy outfits.
It's not
That is
skimpy.
not
You're
you.
literally wearing this costume right. Compromise. This is where you compromise. You messed this up yourself. This is all. I'm sorry, but on this side, it's your fault, Kamala. This is where you need to
Wait, all the aunties just gossip about her.
Hey, don't
I'm
ever
lost.
take
What does that
auntie
have to do
gossip
with
too
this
seriously.
Dressing up as Captain Marvel's weird,
No, it's not.
and it's childish, and I know that, okay?
But just because it's weird,
Sure they do.
Just because it's childish doesn't mean you're not free to do what you enjoy.
You're Kamala Khan.
I mean, look at what the hell I'm doing.
You want to save the world,
Look at what the hell I'm enjoying.
then you're gonna save the world.
Do I do this because people approve of it? Hell no. I do this because I enjoy it. It's actually those things are actually a good reference to, well, real life production of Captain Marvel, because they put like big LED bracelets on her arm to simulate the lights from her powers.
Like, basically, Ironside Man.
You're gonna home alone your room.
Best daughter in the whole wide world.
Oh, I love her imagination. It's
5:49
amazing.
p.m. I grace. It'll be finished by then.
Oh, I love the fact that in her imagination, the costume is,
You'll be waiting in your costume,
well,
which better be
it's
awesome.
perfect.
Please don't embarrass
It's
me.
the exact same quality as.
Didn't even want.
Wait, did she drop Bruno's as Tony Stark?
That's the plan. Got it?
Yeah, no, that's never gonna happen. That's never gonna happen at all.
But maybe something Pakistani?
Hey, what about those weird bangles that she specifically told you not to look at? That suddenly comes to mind, right? Of course. Gotta have some of that mood, thunder, and lightning right as she finds the object that gives her superpowers. Oh, is it just a single bangle? Have I been wrong all this time? I thought there was a pair of them.
That is why the salamanders are almost extinct
What?
in Pakistan.
What is that conversation? Yes, it was our fault. Salamanders did.
Just remind me I have a bite.
Okay, your plan's already fudged up. No. That didn't actually happen, did it? Did she actually just fall out of a second? What the hell was that? Wait, this AvengerCon is happening at Camp Lehigh? Wasn't this place blown up? I guess. Who cares? Hey, look! Super Secret Shield base! Nah, it's just a con. That's great. This is flipping awesome! I'll take this moment to say that I've never been to a con before, and if it's anything like this, that would be awesome. I'm glad they're showing both Tony and Natasha. Okay, I'm gonna say this right now. Will Carol show up by the end of the show? Because can you imagine the insanity of the cameo if... Seriously. Oh no, it's the school rival. And she's wearing... That's a funny fusion between a Captain Marvel costume and a classic and Miss Marvel costume.
The costume's not even.
Oh no, oh, let me guess. She leaves the gloves in there, but her hands light up because of the bangle anyway. Oh, that's cool. Oh geez, what the flip is happening here? What was that?
Come on, you gotta go.
Another intersectional plane of existence like that hippo was talking about? Oh shoot, Kamala, what did you do? Oh. Well, you look fancy, that's for sure. Okay, the good thing is that no one will think anything of it. Be like, oh wow, you're fancy. But, you really need to get control of that. Why is that head rolling so far? Jeez, how the flip is that head going? Still going. Oh god. What the actual flip is happening here? What the flip? Kamala, do something. Hey, now that way that was shaped was classic. Miss Marvel.
Kamala.
The cliche waiting in the room.
Who do you want to be in this world, huh?
Hey, this is the question again. Who do you want to be? Again, this is what's really harsh about this conversation. It's not the I'm angry at you. It's the I'm disappointed with you, which is what really kills from parents. An end credits scene in the first episode of the show? Insane.
Check this out.
Time on their hands.
Not this
Hey,
one.
it's you, the idiot from Spider-Man!
That.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Department of Damage Control, you idiots. And that was episode 1, Generation Y. So much to talk about and so much sleep I'm losing out on. But, first thing, I am actually surprised about how relatable this show, at least the first episode, was. So many things I'm looking at feel so parallel or similar to things I've experienced in my own life, which is just, it's just strange because I usually don't get it that much in American media, because I mean, your average American kid isn't going to have the same upbringing as an Indian kid like me. But hey, this Pakistani girl, some of those scenes were like, those are things I do, those conversations I'd have. I've been in situations like that. It's it's hilarious. Of course, I've also been in her Big Brother situation. I didn't expect that, and that already made me fall in love with this show so much more than I expected to. Next, I want to talk about the cinematography, and the visuals of the whole episode were just, man, that just knocked it out of the park. The camera movement with everything was, it's so fluid. It's not like a lot of Marvel movies, they don't go too crazy with their camera work. It's fairly the same. But here, it's fluid, it's moving. Like, the simple shot of the fact that we follow her as she falls down on her own bed. And that's just really cool. Then, of course, you have her imagination, her drawing spreading out onto the environment. It looks so good, and it's well done too. That scene as she's trying to imagine what extra flair she's going to have on her Captain Marvel costume. And I didn't even notice it was happening at first. What was that her thoughts were being projected into the drawings in the background. And like, it was just super cool. And it didn't feel like weird, like out of place. It felt like it was, it's sometimes, especially in the olden days, you're doing that kind of CGI, it doesn't feel like it's actually on the surface. This was. And yeah, the text conversation, the neon sign, or the drawing on the street, instead of like just a normal, hey, look, here's your phone screen. That was really great. So much fun. I've only read a little bit of the Miss Marvel comic books, but from what I do remember of them, the Kamala Khan we're seeing here is really well done. It's really honors the comic books. It's really well adapted, and despite the power change with the bangle, whatever, but it's great. It does feel like her, and that whole the beginning of the show, right? What we're talking about with the, hey, it's trying to balance this, like, oh, all the fun stuff and the imagination you want to have versus actually having to focus on life. That's one thing. But then now you throw, it's relatable. Something I've had to face in my life. And now you're throwing in a superpower. Now you're justifying that imagination life of hers so much more, and that's only going to cause more conflict with the parents until she comes clean about the superpowers, that's for sure. That's going to take a while. I definitely think with enough apologies and some time to learn on both sides, she'll patch it up with her mom and her family. The bangle, clearly her grandmother used the bangle previously as, I don't know, maybe it's being passed down or something. Who knows? Maybe the mom thinks it's all fantasy because the bangle hasn't worked in a while. That would make sense, because if she knew the bangle was real, why would she say it? Why would she say, "Oh, I don't want you to get into Lost in Fantasy"? I'm overthinking it here. We'll just wait for the rest of the episodes to tell us. Oh, and yeah, there was an actual end credit scene. My camera actually died. It was really perfect timing that it died right when the episode ended. So I thought, oh, I'm just going to sit through the credits and that's fine. But then I scrub ahead to just double check. And I'm like, oh gosh, there's an end credit scene here. So I had to quickly change the battery. But that's the guy from Damage Control that we saw in No Way Home. And he's going to be a problem. Because what did he call Peter? What did he in Peter's actions? He called it illegal vigilantism. When you hear people talk about that, when you're considering superheroes, they're not fans of superheroes. That's for sure. They're not on their side. They think badly of them. They don't approve. Which is only going to cause trouble for Kamala, because they're going to come after her. And that's only going to make things worse, because since government types usually do. Yeah, that's it for now. I really loved that first episode. Thank you so much for watching. What was your favorite part of this episode? Over here is the next reaction where that comes out. Over here is a post of my videos, and on my face is the subscribe button. Like, comment, subscribe, criticize even. I don't mind. See ya.